Yeah, buddy.
Did Michael also tell you to always use gum in your mouth while you're on live?
Every time I see you now, get that look in my eye. Every time I see your mouth, I hear that smile. In the early misty morning, I heard the engine turn. The old Ford. You convinced me here today, leaving this hard time. Someone else's golden ring. Gonna say, do I have my audio settings wrong? Maybe I have my audio settings wrong. Vicky Baptiste. Maybe I turned on noise cancellation. Hang on. Let me check. Just came here to say the same thing. Okay, fine. Audio. Echo cancellation. Reduce background noise. There's your problem. How's this? Every time I see you now, get that look in my eye. Every time I see your mouth, I hear that smile. That should be better. In the early misty morning light. You know, we're professionals around here. We know how to troubleshoot problems. You got spotty audio, you get the wrong settings. You go in, you fix them, you get moving. You go back to your song, you go back to singing. Boom, professional. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Who needs a producer when you have Vicky? Yeah, I was on something or other, and we used StreamYard, and we were having audio issues the other way, so I had to turn on echo cancellation. Or not echo, but background noise. Champy, you gonna sing to this? You like this song, don't you? Sitting in this lonely town, won't know when things are gonna change. Dream my life away. It seems these dreams have turned to a bunch of dust clouds. Get my nerve up, but my past is pulling me down. Wondering how long this black sheep gonna stick around. from the truth of who I am and what I believe. So I thanked him for his 2 cents with a handshake and some sympathy, yeah. Packed up my blue jeans, headed for this big prize of my freedom. Bye-bye. Champy is not background noise. I would beg to differ. Champy is the lead singer. Champy is the lead singer. They come here for Champy. Right, Champy? His tail's wagging. He knows we're talking about him. You know we're talking about you, Champ? Yeah. Standing between you and a hard place is insane. Standing too near you and a fire makes it clear. You're trouble to me, real trouble, can't you see? Leaning in close, smell of your perfume scares me most. Leaning away, I feel stronger every day. You're trouble to me, real trouble, can't you see? Oh, good lordy, good people. What is happening? Happy, can we fix the camera? What's broken about it? What are we trying to fix? Trying to lean it down a little, this like that? Is that it? Oh, pull it up. I see what's going on. There you go. How's that? For commenting? These TikTokers, let me tell you something. They are a very demanding bunch. You get like 2 seconds to have something not quite right for their little party over there. And they're all like, excuse me, Mr. Shannon. We're having difficulty reading some of the comments. Yes, we're a very vocal group. We're a very vocal minority. What's that? I was sent the AI version of this song by Silver Fox. I would really love to have this song, Kyle. I published Trouble. Did I do 2 versions of it? I think I did 2 versions of it that I published. Let me go see. Tabs. Yep, I tabbed it up. Let me go to library and then let me go to Trouble. And then if I go filter public. That's not one I thought I published, but I like it. Oh, by Kyle singing. Oh, that one. Oh, really? I see. That was so foreign to me that you would want the version with me singing it. Oh, well. That is very sweet. The organic one. I guess my 1 year will start after the AI Festivus in the Salon. No way, Sonia. Your 1 year your 1 year starts last night. You came in strong. I got to tell you. So if you're new here, last night Sonia came in and she was like, what the hell is this? I don't think she cusses. I don't think she swears. But that was the spirit of it. She was like, I was searching AI and I stumbled upon this here live, and like there's a dog singing and you're playing guitar. What is going on here? And then she discovered we actually have some stuff going on. We have the AI Salon, and we've got the AI Festivus, and we have a singing dog. So you officially started last night. I do like a sailor. Okay, good. I'm an engineer in the Bay Area. Okay, yeah. So you can swear. You can swear right good. Brandon told me last night that in the comments you said that you had worked on the original Palm Pilot. I owned one of those. I owned the original Palm Pilot. That thing was pretty. That was pretty exciting. That was the first. I owned a Newton. I owned the first Newton, and and owning the first Newton was absolutely. If you don't know what the Newton was, it was an Apple device that was like the. It was pretty much the size of this screwdriver set, but it was longer. It was big, and you could see that the future was in it, but it wasn't the future. And then the Palm Pilot came out, and it was technically kind of a step back from the Newton, but it was so simple and elegant that it was like, that felt like the future. The Palm Pilot was the first thing that felt like the future. That's pretty cool. We've all asked at one time or another, what the heck is this? Yes, I ask nightly. Oh, that's good. I saw that she had done that. Oh, WebOS, we have a wireless. We had wireless charging in 2008. Apple had it in 2015. That's so cool. Festivus is a national holiday. AI Festivus is once a year, baby. Standing between you and hard places insane. Standing too near you and a fire makes it clear. Yeah, you're trouble to me. Real trouble, can't you see? There's been something, baby, I've been trying to say for age, and it seems I don't know how. With the past and the future now surrounding me, surrender to what every thrill can be found. There's been a little trouble since you came to my rescue. And if you were like all of the rest, I would have quit you long ago, but I couldn't do that. Oh, tell me now, women and why I never went them too well. Make a man crazy, make him cold as hell. I know, woman, that you wish me well, but in spite of your trying, still gonna have to find our way through. All right, let's get this show on the road. Let's get going there. So we are like 60 hours out. It's the day before Festivus. TikTok pin. My car has Wi-Fi and I can't get over it. That's awesome. Did you see the fucking Waymos? This is astounding to me. How long's Waymo been out? 10 fucking years? So the top third of San Francisco loses power. And so all the street lights stop, and the Waymos, all the Waymo cars don't know what to do because their entire training is based on street lights, traffic lights. So they all just stopped where they were and turned on their hazard lights. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so funny. I mean, listen, I mean, it's not funny because I'm sure people were stuck places trying to get the fuck out and they couldn't because the robot cars couldn't figure out what to do. It baffles my mind. It boggles the mind that at some point some engineer somewhere didn't go, hey, what if there were no traffic lights? And this is why we can't take the steering wheel away. Oh my God. They're all just like, the next 5 years are going to be a fucking trip, everybody. They're going to be a trip. Because these cute little LLMs that we have right now, they're getting more than cute. And I think 2026 is going to be the first year where they start to get strong enough that it's like, oh shit, okay, all right, they showed up. What are we going to do with that now? And then probably 26, maybe 27, we're going to start to see robots, and we've got robot cars, and then we're going to have walking robots, and there's going to be more than one TikTok video of a robot losing its shit in a Piggly Wiggly. And I'm here for it. Waymo didn't have an angry Gen Xer in the corner. If Waymo had an angry Gen Xer in the corner, at some point they would have gone, hey, you know how the what's it called? I'm not a technical person, but with the electricity and the wires. Oh, you mean the electric grid? Yeah. What if one day like that went out and all these lights stopped working? It's a very low likelihood. It's the electric grid has a 99.62% percentage of being up. The chances of it being down for more than 7 minutes and 32 seconds, technically, probably a little longer if you round it down or up. Anyway, here's the thing. Can you write the code to make the thing so if it doesn't know what to do, it pulls over? Well, that would be relatively trivial. Yeah, fucking do that. Saw the robot dancing in a concert in China. Too good. Yeah, Pavan, those robots dancing in China, those were trippy, man. They're fast. China's working on the scary fast robots. Ours are still like elderly patients coming out of some sort of rehabilitation situation. And China's are like whoop whoop. They're doing concerts and dance moves. Vicky Baptiste, our traffic lights go out on the regular. That's not normal. I'm telling you, like, how is it possible they somehow have never encountered traffic lights being out? And just I know. Listen, I'm just an angry Gen Xer. I do not know of your engineering feats and how difficult it must be to make a car not suck on its own. But That one's a big one. Oh man, Scott Parker, the first gift they've ever sent. You sent a rose. Very nice. Thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate that. Oh man, happy holidays to you. You don't know how you've helped me. Great news to share soon. Good. Listen, Festivus is coming up. If you're new to this AI stuff, if you're trying to figure this out, Sonia's in here. She came in last night. She's trying to figure this stuff out. She's back tonight. The single most important thing you can do if you're trying to figure this AI stuff out is get in community. AI Festivus is a perfect opportunity to A, escape the madness of your family, or if you like your family, bring them. Come to Festivus. Come hang out. Come meet people. Come chat with them. Come watch the presentations. What you're gonna likely go away with is a sense that, oh, I could probably do this. Oh, really? You can do that? Like, that's possible? Like, it'll be hour after hour after hour of people showing you stuff that you're just like, oh, wow, I never thought about it like that. Oh, like, oh my God, that's remarkable. That's what it's going to be. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Go to aifestivus.com right now. Sonia did this last night, and she was asking really good questions. Like, hey, what's this deluxe replay bundle? And what is the mastermind? And what is the AI Readiness training program? What are all these things? Go check all those things out. We've also got a virtual trade show booth. If you've got a brand and you want to get your brand in front of people that are curious about AI, trying to figure it out, trying to be the next leaders in whatever this thing is. Nobody knows what it is. I've been doing this for 3 years now. I come on here nightly and talk about AI. And nightly, someone says, sir, may I inquire? Rather, yeah, carrying on. What, pray tell, by chance, not to offend, are your qualifications? And you know, my qualifications are that I show up. You know, that I show up. That I'm in the conversation. And not much more than that, because things are moving so fast in AI right now that it's actually really hard to be more than that. You have to be adaptable. You have to be nimble. What AI Festivus is about is gathering people who've kind of figured this out to share where they are right now on their journey. Some of the conversations are going to be people that were just starting out last year that came to Festivus, realized, oh, I think I could do this, and have transformed their lives. Some of the people you're going to be hearing from have been doing this AI stuff for 20 years. They were doing AI before it was generative AI. They were doing old school AI, where you had to bring your own data and know things like math. It was a time in AI where I was not welcome. There are some of those people there. There are IP attorneys. There are people who are making films. There are people who are running their businesses, transforming their businesses. Jim Ross is going to present. He's like a 10-person, like high-level executing team, and he's one guy. He's one guy running his business, executing on this really high level because he's embraced all this stuff. So that's what AI Festivus is about. And I figure what we might do tonight is just kind of dig through the run of show, go through the schedule and talk about things. And then I also want to show Brandon put together a little contest called Salon's Got Talent, where people were invited to submit anything. And it could be anything from an image to a song to an app to something they wrote. Doesn't matter. Just submit something. And so we got a bunch of submissions in, and we've got 5 finalists. So I wanted to show you those 5 finalists tonight, and we'll break some news, and then we will reveal the winner during Festivus, which is really exciting. Beautiful. What else? Anyone have any thoughts, questions before I dive in? I'm going to have a little hydration because I didn't have it last night and I blew my voice out. All right. So if you want to join the AI Salon, go to community.thesalon.ai. You can go do that right now. Right now, I would go do that. It'd be pretty good. All right, here's this. We're going to go into slideshow mode. I'm going to share this tab. Brandon, you want to hop up here and tell the good folks about the contest you put together?
Yeah, so AI Salon's Got Talent. We've actually been talking about doing something like this for the better part of a year, and with the mastermind subscriptions going up January 1st and all the hype around Festivus, thought wouldn't it be a great time to have this contest and give away a free mastermind subscription to the AI Salon? So we put it out there about a month ago, and we had, if you want to go to the next slide, we had 20 submissions from 15 different people, which, by the way, this slide, I have to say, looks beautiful. Gemini built this slide for me. I had just a standard, like 20 submissions, 15 participants, and there was an icon in Google Slides that says beautify this slide, and it made this, which I think is
that's awesome. That's awesome.
So we whittled it down to 5 finalists, and I'll tell you what, we had 4 judges. It was myself, Kyle, Liz Gershfeld, and Andy, who put together and kind of ranked each one, and it was really tight. Like, we're talking points of a percentage difference between like 5th and 6th place and 3rd and 2nd place. And so we got them into the 5 finalists, and then we all put our heads together and we determined the winner. And it was probably one of the toughest decisions that the 4 of us have made this year, because everything was so good. If you go into the contests and competitions, you can see all of the submissions. But what we wanted to do here was highlight the 5 finalists that we've procured and voted on. And then the winner will be announced live at Festivus on Friday.
Yeah. And what's nice about, if you go look at the submissions in the salon, in the competitions space, some of the people that submitted their submissions also told the story of like how they created it and what they did and things like that. So really good. So thanks for putting this together, Brandon. So the first finalist, these are in no particular order, was an image. So you could submit anything. This image garnered the attention of the editor of OpenEye. I can't say open without AI. OpenEye, an international magazine that features photographers, and it's just a gorgeous, stunning photograph. So that's in the finals. I love photographs that tell a story, and this one seems like it's telling a lot of stories. When I see images like that, like where I want to go is like, what is the story of that woman? Like, I want to know it. And, now with AI, we can take images like that and bring them to life. Vicky Baptiste is in finals. Her custom GPT called the Almost Oracle is really good. So if you go to ChatGPT, to your where it says GPTs on the left, and say explore GPTs, and then search for the Almost Oracle. We can hop in here. Little old me. You made it. You made it. You're gonna be something in this town. So basically you ask it about something, and then it basically comes at you from a different angle. So I'll say,
can you ask it which tab you're supposed to be sharing?
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Do you see that? Do you see that? What do I do? Do I do if my producer is passive aggressive, but usually right? Here's a practical playbook written as if it's coming from your future self. These moves helped in order. Separate the correctness from the delivery. Force the feedback into a clean channel. Preempt them. The quiet rule I wish I'd known sooner. if someone is passive aggressive and accurate, they usually feel unheard. I do need a shock collar, don't I? Give Brandon a raise. So anyway, so this thing's pretty cool. So go play with the Almost Oracle. So that is our second contestant, or a second submission that's in the finals. The third one is a song from Greg Selvin called Sidelong Glance. There were a number of Suno songs, and the Suno songs were really interesting. And what's fascinating about Suno songs is Suno is so capable of making good music. It's hard to know, what went into something and where the idea came from and what it was. But this is one that clearly had a bunch of thought put into it, or it was very well curated. And so it stood out. So let's go listen to this.
As day's heat fades to warm in the soft embrace of your eyes, I find a twinkling grace beyond time, beyond space. Twilight chatter on the cool breeze, peaceful rhythms in the tall trees. Moon send missives, ease day's demise. Your hand clasps mine, a passing need. A sidelong glance, my heart skips a beat. Your beautiful face, the curve of your cheek. The porch swing sways to and fro. Life's long journey, the share and flow. Fortune's favor, gently applied. Subtle reminder of time gone by. Thousands of days of conflicts haze. A normal life melted away.
All right, so I'm going to stop it there. We'll play the whole thing tomorrow, so you get a sense of that. Very, very cool. The next finalist is Kelly Boesch. If you don't know Kelly Bosch's work, you need to follow her. You should follow her. Just head to TikTok and look up Kelly Boesch. I think she's on YouTube as well. I think she's on Instagram. I know. Tabs. Calm down, everyone. All right, here's Kelly Boesch. I'll play about half of this as well.
The day dissolves its heavy shape. I let the logic fall away. A sudden perfume in the cold, a story that was never told. I do not turn the other way. I let the strange guests come and stay. The armor slips off of the skin to let the fluid hour in. Oh, the surrender to nowhere left to run or hide. I am the boat without an oar, drifting from the solid shore into the deep and violet blue.
You know, one of the things that I mean, there's a couple of things about Kelly's work that I find really remarkable. One is just the consistency of it. She does multiple videos a week. They're almost always good and interesting. She's generating original songs for the most part. Her early videos were using songs from her. She's got a really good knowledge of music. Now she's generating her songs. She generates the images, generates the clips, puts them all together, and publishes them out. This video is a really good example of she's taking advantage of what AI does really well, but she's doing it through a very, very particular creative point of view. And it's the reason her work stands out is that even though she talks about what tools she uses, if you've ever tried to make a video that's like a Kelly Boesch video, it's really hard because she's got such a clear creative point of view. And this is one of the biggest things that I'm excited about for Festivus, and I'm excited about for the AI Salon community, is that it's full of people that understand that their idea, their values, their point of view is actually the most important thing. Yes, you have to learn the tools and what's possible. But once you learn what's possible, and if you do what Kelly's done is focused her energy in this very narrow, she's like, I'm going to make these kind of videos that have these aesthetics that I like and these musics that I like and tell the stories that I like. And she's just been like hammering that and refining her voice and refining her voice. So this to me is a really good example of someone who's using the same tools that we all use, but does it in a way that I think even an AI hater, in fact, I had one of the husband of a friend of my wife's who's an artist is kind of this AI hater guy. And he and I have had some tussles on it. And the last time I saw him, he said, hey, have you ever heard of this AI artist named Kelly Boesch? And I'm like, heard of her? Yeah, I'm a huge fan of hers. And he's like, yeah, there's something different here. Like I could get behind this. So, you know, but the reason for that is she's just very clear in who she is first. And then, you know, the work comes through that. So that's the fourth finalist. And then the fifth finalist, go read the full story on the AI Salon, is Mike Sealer, a short story, Whom is Writing Whom, a fictional exploration of the role of AI in our creative process in assisting us to be our best self. So go check out his short story. What I like about this is we've got an image, a song, a short story, a video, and a custom GPT. So we've got 5 different kinds of media that rose to the top. And I think, you know, to an entry, they all reflect the creator's personal point of view in a very powerful way. So that's Salon's Got Talent. Are there any other things? Yeah. So the winner's going to be announced at Festivus. By the way, if you're new here, if you just joined, this Friday and Saturday, December 26th and 27th, is AI Festivus, AI for the Rest of Us. If you have not registered, go now and register and sign up. And if you want to support us, there's friends and family sponsorships. There's a virtual trade show booth. You can pre-buy a deluxe replay bundle. There's all sorts of ways you can support, but this is free to anyone. So if you're in a situation where you're trying to figure out what to do at work or for work, getting yourself educated about AI is really smart. I got an email 2 weeks ago from someone from this community that said they just survived a layoff that deleted her entire division except her. All of the people in her division are gone, but they kept her. Why? Because she knew AI, because she was out loud about it. She was talking about it. Here's what I do. Here's what I'm interested in. Here's what I'm curious about. So this is not, we're exiting the fun and games era of AI. It's starting to get serious. And so AI Festivus is 12 hours on Friday, 12 hours on Saturday of free education with people that are just doing remarkable stuff with AI. It'll be inspiring. It'll be fun. At noon Pacific on Friday, I'm doing a preview of the musical that I've been working on for a year and a half called Sydney, an Artificial Love Story, about an AI chatbot that falls in love with a tech reporter. So we've got actors coming in, reading the parts, and then we'll hear the music, and there won't be a dry eye in the house. Shit's getting real. Exactly, Side Hustle. Side Hustle Mimi, by the way, not to humble brag or anything. I think at this point she should just brag. There's nothing humble about it. Noemi, she decided, I don't know, a month or two ago, I think I'm going to learn how to vibe code. She's not a coder. I think I'm going to learn how to vibe code. And she wanted to do some sort of therapy app, and then ran into some regulatory things. And then she said, like, okay, well, I'll deal with that. But in the meantime, I think I'd like to make an app, like an app that you could sell on the App Store. And so she did it. And yesterday, we got to see it. No, I'm not a coder. I was an analyst, only SQL code. I mean, what I can tell you about if she was doing SQL code, she can logically, like, she can look at what's going on and say, no, I want it to be like this. I want it to be like that. I want it to be like that. That's where we are with creating things now, is that our job becomes, we're the arbiter of taste, basically. And so the app that she created it celebrates her Puerto Rican heritage, and it's a sticker collection of Puerto Rican frogs stickers. They're great. They're awesome. It's 99 cents in the App Store. Wait, what's it called again? It's super cute. It is super cute. I forget the name of it. I want to get some people to go check it out. Koki Cuties. COQUI, Koki, I think Koki Cuties. And then, yeah, oh, here, I can click on it and show you the thing. Koki Cuties. So this is someone from right here in our wee little community, our humble little community, who decided she's going to go out there and make us something and put it in the world and make the world a little happier and celebrate her heritage. Yeah, that's flipping cool. All right, right? Amazing. I'm releasing 2.0 to support iOS pre-26. Great. she's already iterating her app. She's no longer an app developer. She's now an app supporter. She's now in customer support. So there's a whole new level of AI she's going to have to learn. Oh, that's hilarious. That's really good. Cool. Let's head over to AI Festivus. So here, as we're going through here, register. If you haven't been here yet, go register. Jump straight to the daily schedule. So let's go check that out. All right, fantastic. Opening remarks by Ann Murphy and Kyle Shannon. We're going to be talking about stuff. I think what we're mostly going to be talking about is how excited we are and how both of us haven't had coffee yet. Talking about tabs. Oh, did I not? I went to a new tab, did I? Let's see. AI powered business transformation from strategy to execution. So we're going to start out with AI transformation. So every one of these sessions, there's an explanation of what it is in there. And so you can go check these things out. this is one of those things. Festivus, I think what you'll find is like any good sort of conference like this, you'll look through the list and you're like, oh, I'm interested in that, interested in that. What we found last year is that people sort of came to the opening and then they just kept watching and just didn't stop. They just kept hanging out. And so we had really good attendance throughout the 2 days, and I'm super excited about that. My fan club has completed the first stage of the club quest. Congratulations, TikTokers, you've done something. I don't know what it is because to my detriment, I don't pay attention to TikTok's engagement farming. But what are you going to do? Making things that don't exist. Joy Purdy and Ken Weissman is at 10:30. So award-winning filmmaker Joy Purdy in a live interview with composer. Oh, so Joy's got this beautiful award-winning video of these ballet dancers, dancing, and it's kind of this smoke and dancing kind of combo thing to this original piece of music from composer Ken Weissman. And so they're going to talk about putting that together. From vision to real AI agent automation. So Rachel Zipsey and Abdullah Yahya are going to talk about AI agents. And then at 1 p.m. Mountain, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, Sydney, an artificial love story, musical preview with Kyle Shannon, Andrew Watts, Melissa Achilles, and Jack Frederick. So Melissa and Jack are the actors. She's playing Sydney and he's playing Kellen the reporter. And then Andrew and I are going to talk about the origin story and how we've spent the past 2 years essentially working on this musical, which we're right now in the middle of producing. We're shooting to do a workshop this year and see if we can't get this bad boy mounted in New York City. At 1 o'clock, understanding intellectual property laws for AI work. So Anne McCracken is an intellectual property attorney. She was on the AI Readiness Project podcast with Anne Murphy and I this 2 weeks ago, and she said she had done her homework. Her presentation was completed, and then everybody changed their laws or their rules around trademark and copyright and things like that. So she has had to update. So this is up to the minute property law, intellectual property law. I'll use AI to focus on gene editing to solve genetic disorders. We have power. We do. Who is that? Nando? I can't see your last name yet. It's on a bad background here. I talked the other day. There's a high school in Georgia that just used CRISPR gene editing to find a diagnosis tool for Lyme disease that's effective within 2 days of a bite. The current technology is only effective 2 weeks after you've had the bite, which can sometimes mean that the spirochete can migrate into your other parts of your body, which is what my sons are dealing with. And they're high school students, and they've got a novel mechanism for detecting it based on CRISPR technology, and then they think that can also turn into a treatment as well using the same technology. Yes, the high school gave hope and showed censorship. Wait, let's see. I was not told. Wait, told the tolls by the AI. In the past, now it does. Yeah, we're so what I would say is this. Right now, the state of AI still requires you to be fairly high level in terms of your understanding of science. As these tools get more and more and more powerful, that barrier to entry is going to drop and drop and drop and drop, right? It went from you had to be a PhD facility to now it's dropped to high school, but it's a pretty elite high school group with pretty elite technology. But that's just going to keep coming down, coming down, coming down. And again, what this comes down to is the thing I'm just going to keep hammering home. One of the things that we talk about in the AI Salon, we've created this framework for a daily practice around AI, centered around AI, how you use AI. And at the center of the practice is you. right? This is not about which tool should I use. To a great degree, the tools are strong enough at this point that it honestly doesn't matter, right? If you want to do a particular kind of video, like I got an opportunity today to participate in a video project, and someone sent me the script, and the script is like, football players from these specific teams with these specific football players. And I'm like, okay, well, you can't do brands and specific people with certain AI models. So you kind of need to know some stuff. There might be other tools we can use. I also have a big question about intellectual property there and how that's going to be used. And I'm not going on the hook for someone else's intellectual property laziness. So there's going to be some indemnification, or I ain't doing shit. But you can just do stuff now, but it's about you saying, here's the kind of thing I want to do. Here's the kind of work I want to do. If what you want to do is work on curing diseases and making people's lives less miserable from a healthcare perspective, fucking far out. Like, yes, go do that. At 1:40 PST, Feats of Strength with Rick McCauley and Marlene Paul. That should be a fun one. We're gonna steal one of the breaks tomorrow at 2:20 Pacific time, and AI Salon's Got Talent has been slid in there. So thanks to the organizing team for accommodating that. And we're going to present the winner of Salon's Got Talent. At 2:30, we've got Authentic Storytelling in the Age of AI with Erica Hanna. I'm pretty sure she's an Emmy Award-winning TV producer and just badass, creative human being. Is going to talk about how do you do authentic storytelling in the age of AI, right? All of the haters, if you listen to the haters, AI can't be creative. It can't be authentic. By definition, it can't. Well, that's not true. like we have seen in this channel on numerous occasions, it can, but it's all about how you use it, and it's all about how you craft, the chain of craft. What are the elements you're putting together to leverage AI to tell a story? So you can absolutely do authentic storytelling. She's going to be talking about that. At 3:10, the hidden AI gap, why owner-operator businesses are being left behind and how we fix it. That's fascinating. We're going to then have a big break. And then at 4 o'clock Pacific, Feats of Strength with Kelly Camp and Shannon Seaver are going to be sharing some stuff, some more feats of strength. I love our feats of strength. They're just little vignettes. Let's see what these guys are sharing. They're going to be sharing Beyond Prompts and Demos, why being AI native, what being AI native really means. Being AI native isn't about the tools. It's about how you think once AI is always available. Yeah. Kelly Camp's in here tonight. Give her some props. How do you give people props on TikTok? You poke them? Do you poke people on the TikTok? poke Kelly appropriately, people. Good Lord. Okay. Kandi Gangora, the human side of AI leadership. Again, some of the themes that you're starting to see in these sessions. This is about people, right? From chaos to clarity, a smarter way to use AI is at 5:30. At 6:10, reimagining cinema, how AI is opening new worlds for underrepresented creators. That's Kimberly Offord, and she's going to be showing some films from a film festival she just had. And I think she's even bringing some of the filmmakers to talk about what they're doing. At 7 o'clock, Feats of Strength with Chris Hewson and Leah Faston. They're going to be showing some work. What are they going to be talking about? Make AI a piece of cake. In this demo, we'll whip up some tasty context layers that shapes AI behavior. Cool. Beautiful. So if you're wondering where I am right now, if you're just coming in, I'm looking at what's called in the business the run of show. So here's the schedule for AI Festivus that starts on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, goes for 12 hours on Friday, and then starts again on Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific and goes for another 12 hours. So it's 24 hours of programming over 2 days for free. So if you go to aifestivus.com, check out all the goodies, check out the sponsorship packages, check out the replay bundle. We have deals on some of the offerings from both She Leads AI and the AI Salon. So go check all that stuff out. That's where we are right now. At 7:40, Squirrel, Shiny Object, organize your curiosity with Cindy Kuhn. Cindy Kuhn is an absolute just badass futurist, but she's also a card-carrying member of the ADHD club, but she's also really good at like organizing her work. So she's going to teach us some things about how to not be so chaotic in this world that invites chaos. And then Beyond the Hour, Building Your Business for the AI-Driven Future with Danielle LaFleur. And then Ann and I will close it up at 8:40. So that's the first day. So like that's just one day, like all that stuff. And like, and it is purposefully diverse and things are scattered all over the place, because one of the things that we talk about, let me actually flip out. We'll come back to this. You know, one of the things that we talk about in the AI Salon, we call it the cycle of AI readiness, is play first and then create excellence and then generously lead. And one of the things that happens when you play with AI is that you get a chance to unlock what you think you should use AI for, right? If you're just focused on a particular kind of work, and then you say, okay, I got to learn this AI. Okay, I'm going to learn how to use AI to do the thing I know how to do better or faster or more efficient. It can absolutely do that. But what that robs you of, because you've got expectations tied to that, right? If you're a project manager and you're like, okay, I'm going to use AI for project management efficiency, you're putting it in a very narrow canyon, right? And then you're just going to judge it against what you know and how you know it, which is good because that's what you know. What it robs you of is there are things now possible for you and your skills that might lie significantly beyond that thing that you think you need to use AI for. And so by playing and exposing yourself to different points of view, you actually discover, oh, it can do that. I really like that. I used to do that when I was a kid. I should do more of that. Oh, it can do that. I've never been good at that. I always told myself I was not a technologist, but now I can code. You start to discover things that are way beyond your boundaries. And the design of the run of show is to purposefully kind of bounce you from mode to, we go from business to a musical to intellectual property to how to run a business to how to make pretty images. Because what's going to happen is at some point you're going to go, oh, that's me. And then you're going to see something you're like, well, that's not me, but like, oh, that's cool. Wait, I could do that right now? Yeah, you could. And then you'll go try that and you'll go play that and you can share the things you're creating on the AI Salon with other people in the community. It's one of the reasons that we talk so much about community. So I learned in the very early days of the World Wide Web, I started a group called the World Wide Web Artist Consortium in New York City. And it was actually a shameless attempt to surround myself with people that knew more than I did about whatever this new thing was called the World Wide Web. And I knew a little bit about it, but I knew that there was someone out there that knew about it and I could learn from them. And so we had our first meeting and 10 people showed up and we went around and everyone introduced themselves. And so these were people that were interested enough in whatever the World Wide Web was to show up to a meeting. They got off their asses and they went to It was actually an acting rehearsal studio. And we sat in this rehearsal studio and we went around. And what I learned was not a single person at the table thought that they knew what they were doing. Everyone felt clueless. Everyone felt unprepared. And as that group grew from 10 people to 20 to 100 to 2,000, we would hold bi-monthly meetings in the Sony headquarters in Midtown Manhattan. Sony gave us, this is unbelievable. They had a conference room that sat 300 people. And so we would fill that conference room up twice a month, talking about the web stuff. And for 2 or 3 or 4 years, nobody knew what they were doing. Everyone was trying to figure it out. And that's exactly where we are with AI. So the reason to get in community is because everybody's got a teeny tiny little piece of the puzzle. And the teeny tiny little piece that you have that you think is insignificant will actually be a revelation for someone else. They'll be like, oh, I never thought of it like that. So the reason we talk about that cycle of AI readiness, play first, create excellence, right? Do good work. Don't just do work. Don't just slop it up and just squirt out shit. Do excellent work. And then the third component of that cycle is generously lead. And what that's about is take that little nugget of whatever you learned and share that with the community. Because it'll be a breakthrough for someone else. And then someone else will share something that'll be a breakthrough for you. And then in doing that, you'll get comfortable about being in a leadership position, a natural leadership position, right? Vicky Baptiste is a really good example of someone who was very, very, shy and didn't speak up much when we first started. And man, she's like blasting it out there on social media now. She's, hosting events. She's just kicking ass. And that level of being in the world with this stuff is really remarkable, and it's serving people in the community quite well. I know, but it's true, Vicky. Like you really went from like, no, I don't want to be on camera, and like you're just kicking butt now. You're just, I would argue at this point you're better at the social media shit than I am. I'm so inconsistent with it. I'm consistent with this, but the actual put shit out on the multiple channels, that thing, I ain't good. It's that's a 2026 resolution. Yeah, it's very cool. All right, so let's go look at day 2. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What did I do? Yeah. Oh, I see what I did. Cancel. There we go. The attack of the black bar. Yeah, apparently I just went to buy a black rectangle from a stock photography site. Okay. Day 2 opening remarks. Ann Murphy and I know what we're going to say on day 2 is we're going to open up day 2 with, holy crap, could you believe day 1? Because we'll have all sorts of comments and people will be, spreading the love and talking about their favorite speakers of the day. So we start out with that. At 9:30, Louisa Baum and Eulina Lacey, what 500 plus students across 14 countries tell us about AI in higher education, with also Cassandra Silva Sibilin. Sorry, names. At 10:30, Raising Kids in an AI World with, look at that, producer Brandon. Hey, Brandon, you want to hop up and talk about your session?
Yeah, so AI is everywhere, and those of you who followed my journey in the AI Salon know that my son produces music with Suno, and I've written a couple of children's books. And beyond that, we also want to talk about the impact that it's having on education and parenting in general. Jimmy Fallon had Sam Altman on, and he's a new father, and he says, I don't know how I did this, how anybody did this without AI and ChatGPT. And so it's going to be a little bit of that. And I've got a couple of great co-presenters, and we're just going to do it panelist style. And really looking forward to being back from behind the microphone and on stage.
Nice. Beautiful. Thank you. That's exciting. Yeah, Brandon does really cool stuff. It's, you know, one of the nice things Brandon does is there's no, because of his relationship with technology being, you know, he's very integrated with it. When his kids have ideas, he just like helps them bring those ideas to life using AI. So his kids are the first generation that their entire lives they're going to understand that they live in a world where they can have an idea, speak it out loud, and manifest it. Right? Do you remember The Secret from the 90s, the movie The Secret? And they're like, you know, if you speak it, you'll manifest it, which, you know, there's something to that. This AI stuff is the literal technological manifestation of that same idea, right? We figured out a way to encode, to embed all of the knowledge of humanity, or like some large percentage of it, or some small percentage of it, but some amount of it, into this magical softball-sized canister that you can just talk into, and out comes words, out comes pictures, out comes music. So his kids are going to live in a world where they just get to speak things into existence. And that's not going to be weird. Like for us, it's still weird. I mean, even if you've been in here every day for 3 years, like a lot of the irregulars, a lot of people that hang out in here, they've been experiencing this for a while. It still blows me away that I can just... I think back to when I learned Photoshop and I learned layering, and like if you had text over a clouded background or like a modeled background and you had to change a letter, you had to like go in and like rubber stamp little shapes around a letter, and you'd put the letter in there. It was painful. Now you can just go, give me a whole scene of 20 penguins ice skating in Rockefeller Center, and just there it is. Like, that is here, like that it's remarkable to me still is because I know what the world was like before that existed. And it fucking sucked. If you wanted to make something, you had to fucking know how to make something. Right? And that's what the creative community right now, that's one of the things they're bitching about and that they're afraid about. It's like, but that's where all the value is. Well, that's where all the value was. This is not still creating stuff. It's just creating stuff in a different way. And it's creating stuff in a more instant way. And so what that gives creative professionals the opportunity to do is, rather than taking a week to explore one idea, they can take a day to explore 10 ideas. It's just a completely different modality. Anyway, after raising kids at 11:20, the Lead Magnet Lab, build your first AI-powered freebie with Sakina Rashid and Ann Murphy. Very cool. Then we take a break. You are allowed to use the bathroom at AI Festivus. We're not rigid. You can get up. We do not have shock collars other than for me. 12:20, yes, and AI with Corey and Canty. Let's read about that one. What if working with AI felt like a creative jam session through a tech, more like a creative jam session than a tech tutorial? In this fast-paced, beginner-friendly session, hear it here first, Sonia. If you're still here, beginner-friendly session, mark down 12:20 Pacific on Saturday. You'll use play and improv to explore how human skills like curiosity, listening, spontaneity can unlock smarter, more effective things. I'm telling you what, I wrote an article about 2 years ago called Rise of the Agile Human. And what it talks about is that the things that we value in today's world, that someone's got skills, they can do Photoshop, they know how to write, they know how to design annual reports, whatever it is, those skills, we value people on their skills. There's a whole other side of being a professional, which is this attribute side. And attributes like being curious and being adaptable and being engaged and having a creative point of view are increasingly going to be valued in the workplace as the skills part of the job get automated and democratized. So anyone will be able to do any skill. Who rises to the top? Well, those people that are curious and playful and have spontaneity and can listen and have good empathy skills and things like that. So that's going to be a great session. Yes, and okay, at 1 o'clock, tap in trivia, tech, and treats. Good. We have a trivia section. That's awesome. Awesome. At 1:20, we're living in the sci-fi timeline with Beth Lyons and Junmi Hatcher. That one's going to be great. What they're basically talking about is like sci-fi. We're kind of living in a sci-fi documentary now. So they're going to be talking about that. 2:10 tomorrow, AI Festivus, the airing of grievances. So this is Daisy Thomas and Kathy Orellana. And they're going to be talking about AI advocacy and a policy town hall. So part of generous leadership is, understanding and fighting for rights that, not only do we want legislation that protects us from the risks of AI. I think everybody is well aware that there are risks. It's all anyone talks about for the most part. What we're also saying is there are some real remarkable opportunities that AI presents to individuals and to small businesses and founders and entrepreneurs. We want to protect that access as well. And so it's about balancing both of those. And so that's going to be a really powerful session at 2:50. The AI portal for interchange should be great. At 3:50 on Saturday, AI Film Festivus with Chris Vallone and Kelly Boesch. So we're going to see some films from them. Feats of Strength with Chef Kelly and Erica Lamont is at 4:30. At 5:20, How I Work Like a Team of 10 with AI, Jim Ross. I'm going to be interviewing Jim about the things he's done, which are remarkable. The thing I like about Jim, one, he's just a super nice guy. He is in a business that is if you were to describe a business that you would say it's the last kind of business that would adopt AI, it's the self-storage business. When I think of self-storage, I think of like, storage wars, like all those yahoos, bidding on on lockers, selling their crap and getting in fights. It is a kind of business that is just, you don't need AI for it, right? But what Jim did was he said, well, I'm an entrepreneur and I've got these needs, and I've got needs for things like marketing and communications and writing emails and creating contracts and understanding contracts and doing financial projections and all of the things you do in running a business. And so what Jim said was, rather than saying, how do I apply AI to storage? He said, well, what am I trying to accomplish in my business? And then I'm going to do things like go hang out at the AI Learning Lab, and I'm going to learn what's possible with AI. There's this weird guy, Kyle, that talks about this stuff all the time. And what Jim did was, in that play first kind of idea of AI readiness, I would show how to do something on this channel, and Jim would just go, okay, I see how to do that. How would I do that for some problems that he's having in his business? And then he would have a breakthrough. Then he would have a breakthrough. And now he's recognized as one of the leaders in his industry. He regularly gets asked to keynote and kind of lead the charge with solopreneurs that have these businesses amplifying their operations. So that's going to be a powerful one. 6 o'clock, not me, but not me. Liz Miller-Gershfeld is going to be talking about creating the daily practice. So Liz is the co-host of the AI Salon, and she and I and Andy Scarantino put together this framework for the AI Mastermind practice, or the AI Salon Mastermind practice. And she co-hosts with me on Thursdays at noon for the practice lab, where people that are building and designing their daily AI practice get together and talk about it. Really powerful. So that'll be a great one. At 6:50, we've got Logan Kilpatrick. If you don't know Logan Kilpatrick, he's a group product manager at Google DeepMind. He's working on the AI Studio for Google Labs, for Google DeepMind, aistudio.google.com, and the Gemini API. Really smart guy. We're really lucky to have him. So that's exciting that we're going to have Logan talking about what Google's up to with Gemini, and how they've kind of taken the I feel like Gemini and Google has taken the lead back from OpenAI. So that's an exciting one. At 7:40, think like yourself, using AI to excavate your cognitive signature with Vanessa Chang. So if you don't know Vanessa, if you go to the TikTok channel, Think with V, that's Vanessa Chang. She's remarkable. She's an amazingly nice person, an amazingly smart person. And she's gonna close that out, and then Ann and I will wrap it up. And I think we're going to have an after party, an official after party. So, Side Hustle Mimi, the mastermind practice is amazing. It requires heavy lifting on the personal side, not AI. I'm telling you, man, the practice lab for me, I have confronted more of my own personal bullshit in the past 5 weeks because of being part of the practice lab, where it's like what we're learning in the practice lab. So if you want to know more about it, if you go to the community.thesalon.ai and go to, there's a tab down in Learn and Grow called the Mastermind Practice Lab. Click on that, and you can see the framework for designing your daily practice. And that's what that framework is, what we're using for the practice lab. It is really remarkable to be intentional about how you use AI. And by intentional, like really look at who are you, what do you want, what are your values, who do you value in the world, and how do you want to affect them? How do you want to impact them? How do you want to transform them? Is it a small group? Is it a medium group? Is it a family? Is it a community? Is it a state? Is it the world? Right? We all get to choose what stage we want to play on. And you can choose not to play on a stage, right? One of the things that we're seeing in the practice lab, which is really exciting, I heard this from Kevin Clark. He said that when he started thinking about a daily practice with AI, what he realized was he was losing touch with writing with a pen and a notebook. So one of the things that he added back into his daily practice was every morning he writes for an hour. Like pen and paper. like this. Right? Because he was realizing that he was losing that facility. And what he found is that it's improving his AI. Cindy Kuhn did the same thing, but instead of writing, she realized it was watercolors and doodling and making little illustrations that she loved. And she has a whole studio she lives on a farm up in the mountains. And she realized that she wasn't doing that. And so in her daily practice, like a big part of her daily practice now is watercolors. What? For AI? Yeah. Because that feeds her, that nurtures her, that gives her ideas about, well, if I could do that, what if I did this? And then if I used AI, I could do that. She pushed past something which I thought was really, really powerful. She I'm like a crack dealer. she goes, I've got this style, like this doodle style and this watercolor style. And I love it. And I've got all this thing. And I said, well, what if you made a Mid-Journey mood board of your style, and then you could just describe to Mid-Journey what you wanted, and it could, come up with lots and lots of ideas for you. And her initial response to that was like, ew, like, stay away, AI crack dealer. And then she pushed her way through it. Like there was some resistance there. Like one of the things that we're finding in the daily practice is that wherever you've got a complaint that shows up, there's usually some gold underneath that, right? There's usually something that you're avoiding or you haven't given yourself permission to do. And so she kind of gave herself permission to go figure out what it was to make a Mid-Journey mood board. And so she started playing with these things, and it started making images that looked like her images. And rather than kind of shut her down or uninspire her, it gave her new ideas for things she wanted to go make by hand, right? And it sparked her imagination rather than shutting it down. So anyway, so that's 2 days of Festivus. It's a lot. It's a lot. And you should be there for the whole 2 days. You really should. You really should. All right. Kavruno, AI has inspired me to do analog too, not just digital more. Yeah. Listen, again, I think the more I learn about AI, the more I integrate what it makes possible. I hesitate to talk about this stuff sometimes because it sounds fucking weird. There's a lot of talk about, is the AI going to kill us? Are the robots going to kill us? Right? There's a lot of talk about the doomerism, the danger side of AI gone rogue, right? If you look at the Waymo cars that just stopped and turned on their flasher lights, I don't think the robots are out to get us. I think they're just trying to figure out this world of ours. But let's, but there's a possibility, right? There's a possibility that these things go dark and go rogue and they're a danger to us. What I don't hear many people talking about is the other side. I think there's as likely a future as that really dark future is a future where the AI frees us to be who we are, to do what we want. Like the concern and panic over losing jobs is justified and real. I think the automation of the tasks that make up the bulk of our work today is coming, and it is going to be disruptive. I think what we're going to realize is that a lot of those jobs were shitty jobs. They're shitty, repetitive, soul-crushing, dealing with the complexity of a world that's evolved over the past 150 years of industrial revolution and just capitalism run amok and citizens united making corporations people. It's just everything is so fucking complicated and overly engineered that most of our jobs are about dealing with the shit we created. A lot of the jobs are not that inspiring. So what if the AI can eat up those jobs and free us to ask the question, if AI enabled me to do anything I wanted to do, then the question is on me to answer the question, what do I want to do? And it's on you. And it's on the people in your family. What do you want to do? You're entering a world where this technology will assist you in doing anything you want. And let's assume it's 10 people, that the AI within 2 years is going to be good enough to essentially give you 10 full-time, not even full 40 hours a week, full-time 24/7, 10 24/7 employees that don't need a break, that will do anything you want them to do. What are you going to do? What would you choose? TikTok pin. Most of us will be doing jobs that don't exist yet. Yeah, and Kavruno, there's someone in talking about all this stuff, like someone once said, they were talking about if you took someone from 1895, if you took someone from 1925 and you brought them forward and you said, what's your job to some 25-year-old twerking YouTuber? They'd say, like, I make videos. I'm an influencer. That person from 1925 would look at that job and there would be like, that's not work. That's not a job. Work is about toiling in the factory. That but what do you do on these videos? You teach people how to do things? Oh no, I do dance moves. What do you mean dance moves? Like this. And that's your job? Yeah. How much do you make? I don't know. Last month I made $150,000. Wait, what? Right? The jobs of today are unrecognizable as jobs, from even 50 years ago. Someone from 50 years ago would look at the jobs today and go, what is that? There's another set of jobs 20 years from now that we're going to look at from today's perspective and go, that's not a job. Juggling is not a job. Walking with a human around a park like they're a pet is not a job. It might be. We don't know. We don't know what the jobs are yet. We don't know where the value is. If the AI does the tactical execution of our work, what's left is us asking, what do we want to do? Gonna be some crazy ass shit. It's gonna be cool. They wouldn't have believed us 15 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Pavan, I love that idea. Saving the world starts with my spell check bot. Yes, but you know what? It actually fucking does. Saving the world starts with Noemi's Puerto Rican frog sticker app. She's going to make the world a slightly more tolerable place. What do you mean? There's a Puerto Rican frog sticker app? Yeah, there is. I didn't know you could do that. Neither did anyone else. But she figured it out and she put it in the world. And it's going to make some people fucking smile someday that we're having a shitty day. And someone's going to send them a little Puerto Rican frog. Hang it. Here's your sticker. Hang it. Right? all those little seeds of self-expression. The thing that I'm excited about for Side Hustle Mimi, for Noemi with this app, is not the particular expression that she made an app and got it on the App Store. Like for her personally, that was a big journey. Lots of people put apps on the App Store. But what it is for me is it's the personal self-expression. Like she took something that was meaningful for her and she figured out a new and exciting way to package that idea up and put it in the world. And it's going to access a different group of people than if she had done that as a children's book or a sticker book or a set of stickers she sold on Etsy. It's a completely different thing. It's a completely different mode of expression. But it is 100% true to who she is. Those are the things that Kelly Boesch video that I showed you, that there's something about it that's just different than the other kinds of videos that people using the exact same tools make. Why? Because that video is an expression of who she is and her creative point of view. That's going to be our job. That's going to be our job. And so to the extent that you're not in touch with that, that's why we're creating the AI Salon Mastermind practice, right? Is to start having this conversation about, it doesn't matter what tool you use. It's irrelevant. They're all fine. They're all good. What's the best AI? Whichever one does your fucking thing. Whichever one, for Noemi, the best AI was the one that let her fucking figure out how to make an app on the Apple App Store, submit it, and get it fucking approved. I'm sure it was a dozen of them. I'm sure there was a dozen different AIs involved in that journey. She probably doesn't remember a third of the apps she used to get there. The apps are irrelevant. What's relevant is that she took the idea, had the idea, said, wonder if I could make an app. Was motivated enough, was driven enough, was curious enough, was adaptable enough to navigate the roadblocks, get rejected by Apple, resubmit, and have them go, cool, you're in. That's remarkable. Like, what tool? Who gives a shit? Christmas homework. Yeah, here's your Christmas homework. I want you to go spend really, 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 really good quality time with your family, with your friends, with yourself. Just being. Just take in, like, 2025, I think we can all agree, was a fucking dumpster fire. For me personally, what a fucking shit show. And I think for a lot of people. But we're here. We're still here. We've got this remarkable community. And you've got, your family, and you've got your friends, and you've got yourself. And so I would spend some time over the holidays, just take a breath, take in what was good about 2025, what didn't work about 2025, what you're excited to leave in the rearview mirror, what you're excited. Like, I'm excited in 2026 to really step into. This is going to be weird to say because I'm on here every night. Really step into my voice, really own the things I create and talk about them freely. Because I don't right now, and I haven't for years. I create these things and then I kind of hide behind them. It's a very weird dynamic. And so 2026, I'm really excited about just being me and just owning. You know what it is in life that I'm discovering? We all give a certain amount of ourselves, right? And there's kind of like, most people see like some percentage of us. And let's say they see a lot of it. It's 99% of you they see. There's like, in my case, there's like this 1% I hold back. There's this 1% that I'm afraid of, that I'm stingy with, that I keep back. I hold back. And what I'm learning is that when I don't hold that 1% back, fucking remarkable things happen. Fucking remarkable things happen. Like, I've got some pretty badass producers who are signing on to work with me to get this musical I wrote produced in New York, which is my dream. And that came out of a moment where I wasn't holding back that 1%. So I think we all have these little reserves of our humanity, of who we are, that we protect it. It's like the little nugget of the nugget of pure energy, plutonium 584, right? That is the source of everything we are. You're just like, yeah, I'm gonna just hold this back a little bit. So that's what I want you to do on over the holidays is just be and just notice that little thing. What is that little thing for yourself that you hold back? And then Boxing Day, the 26th, the day after Christmas, is the first day of AI Festivus. I would say drink some solid eggnog the night before, wake up a little groggy, and get your ass to AI Festivus and hang out with us for 2 days. And then just enjoy it, just celebrate it. Just know that you're in community, know that you're with people trying to figure this shit out. All right? So that's it. What are we doing on time? Perfect timing. I really, really deeply appreciate each and every one of you. Producer Brandon, you show up here a lot. The irregulars and the mods that show up on TikTok and YouTube and support. Vicky, you're amazing. To all the mods on TikTok and just the irregulars that regularly show up. I want to take a moment to just acknowledge this past year we lost Serena, Emilio's wife, who was the one that came up with the term irregulars. Very early on in this channel, these weirdos kept showing up night after night after night after night. And about a month and a half into starting these live streams, I said, I said, y'all are just a bunch of weirdos. And Serena immediately, she's very quiet. She didn't say much, but she immediately clapped back with, we're not weird, we're irregular. and that was the moment the irregulars were born. Yeah, we like turtles. And so I miss Serena, and I miss that energy. I miss her generosity and she loved every single person in this community. Loved them, and they loved her. And so that was a really big loss this year. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out. Thanks for your support as always. And have a beautiful next couple of days. And I will see you Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. If you go to aifestivus.com, you have to register. You'll be sent a Zoom link, and you will jump in the party and be hanging out with it. It's going to be fantastic. All right? aifestivus.com. Go register if you haven't. All right, everybody. Fantastic. Go drink some eggnog. Slice the ham. Do whatever you need to do. Slice the ham. Go grind the cranberries. I got some cranberries to grind here. All right, I'll see y'all later.